did this video already, and then I was watching it, and I noticed that about 5 seconds into the actual video, my audio messed up, and the rest of the video was out of sync. And I'd already finished it, so there was like about 1 billion cuts that I had to do if I wanted the audio to line up again. My reaction to that went something kind of like, how sick, dude. Oh, I just slammed my whole body weight on my toe. Ooh. And today, we're gonna be talking about shower therapy. So a while ago, I found out that water does a lot of things, specifically hot water. Ow! But before we go into that, I want to talk about heat. You see, heat itself is phenomenal at purifying. Ooh, this is hot. Ooh, this is hot. And it happens in many different ways. I mean, whenever you're in a hot place, you have to cope with it. Some places are easier than others. If you're in a hot spa, you know, that's nice. You just kind of sit back, relax, and sweat it out. You're in a muggy car though, good luck. Heat has this awesome ability to make us find some mental pathway to make us cope with this heat, because it's not going to go away. Our body temperature is going to keep rising. We're going to keep feeling uncomfortable. So we have to find a way to relax into it. Ow! But water itself also has a lot of healing properties. It's probably the best liquid that we can put inside our body. We put it over wounds. Hot water is phenomenal for wounds. Look at me, a scientist. And while doing something that I definitely shouldn't have been doing, I found out that water does have phenomenal healing properties with energy. And I know some of y'all might be like, oh, mumbo jumbo. Hear me out. So, this method is purely showering. Hot shower first. Get the water to like blazing hot, not to the point where like your skin is hurting, but you definitely want to be uncomfortable. You want to have to cope with it. You need to find a mental place to deal with this heat. Now, before you get in the water, I want you to get yourself emotional. Bring up all those emotional pains that you hate, the heartbreak, the times where you couldn't stand up for yourself, the times where you're immensely sad. When you do this, you should feel a heaviness in some point of your body. When it comes to heartbreak, the chest. Always the chest, the heart area. Times where you couldn't stand up for yourself, where you wanted to say something, but you choked, your throat should feel a little bit heavy. You know, different type of places should be feeling energy, so to say. Do that for a bit, build that up, drown yourself in that emotion. Then, get in the hot water. I want you to find that spot that is, you know, heavy, and I want you to focus that blazing heat right there. Then, I want you to start talking. I want you to start saying everything you wanted to say to that said person, everything you wanted to say in that said situation, and just go with it. Or if it wasn't something you wanted to say, but you just wanted to cry or just feel infuriated, do that as well. But keep the water focused on that spot. What you're doing is you're giving that energy a release point. When you hold on to those emotions, what you're doing is you're storing it in you. Think of your body as like a capsule, and you keep filling it up with that dirty emotion that you're not letting out. This heat is going to be very uncomfortable. But when you go into this emotional state and you start dealing with that pain, it gives that pain a release point because of the heat, and it allows you to cope with the heat. It's weird. I don't know if I explained it right, but it's definitely worked. However, after you do that, you move on to phase 2. This part is not optional unless you want to have a bad day. So after you've done all the talking that you want to do, all the yelling, all the screaming, all the acting out, with the water on you, I want you to put the water on your chest. And then I want you to start focusing on your breathing. And do it through your mouth or just through your nose, whatever is best, or through both. Then put that water cold. That's so cold. I mean cold. What's going to happen is you're going to have to force yourself to relax. Because if you don't, your muscles being tense is going to be a really bad time. Just as you cope with the hot water, you have to find a mental way to cope with the cold water. And what this is going to do is it's not only going to rehydrate your skin because you just boiled everything off with the hot water, but it's going to force you to relax from this very emotional place that you just put yourself in and all the emotions that you just riled up. Now, if you want to be extra, slowly, while breathing, put your head into the cold water. Lean in and very slowly as the water is washing through your face and head, put your head all the way through and then go all the way back out very slowly. This head part is for control. It allows you to really control yourself to relax. It allows you to deal with these emotions and stressful situations later on a whole lot better because frankly, the head thing sucks. You might feel contractions. If anyone has ever hyperventilated, it feels like a controlled version of that. Of course, now saying that, someone's gonna freak out. You're gonna be fine. I do this literally all the time. You're totally fine. But yeah, it's phenomenal for the respiratory because you're forcing oxygen into your body because you're gonna be like while everything else is like contracting because it's so cold. And you get to go through those emotions. And sometimes all it takes is just one. All it takes is just one acting out of this emotion to get it out. Sometimes it takes a few, but you definitely feel better at the end of all of it. And after going that cold water for a while, just turn it off. And don't turn it off right away. Seriously, go in there and wait till you relax. Force yourself to relax. It's super beneficial. And if you don't believe me with the acting out part, think about times when you just cried about something. When something made you really sad and you cried about it, you felt good about it after that. It wasn't bugging your mental anymore. It was gone. It was done. That's what this acting out phase is, except you're getting through it with heat and water, which frankly feels kind of nice. And the cold water part, which, I could do without, but it's so good for you. Anyway, I gotta go. That's all. Peace, y'all. My roommates are coming.